I am going to speak about some of the things that we do in order to grow more into the practical field work.
So बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है blessing.
I just want to ask one question, and which I ask every time in the meetings, and I'm always being like kind of like impressed, and that is when I go to a meeting, especially when I go to a meeting to a very big crowd, I always ask them how young I look, okay? And some people, they already know my age, and some they don't. So usually those who don't know, they always depict my age much younger than what I am actually. So, and I think that's a very big boost to me because of the wellness that you are using, and secondly because of the routine training we do and routine kind of like work that we do. As you can see in the slides up here, when we go to a hospital for some kind of like sickness or operation, and supposing I came to Shefali's hospital, and she's a very renowned doctor, imagine, and I tell her that I have this problem, and she said, okay, you need an operation. I said, okay, fine. And I'm lying down in the operation theater, and some other doctor comes in and start the operation. Do you think I'll be satisfied? No. I'll be scared, right? Yeah. But if Shefali is coming, then I'll be like very confident because I'm coming to her.
Yes.
This is exactly what I want to tell every one of you. When you have training sessions, beauty sessions, facial and makeover, don't let someone do it for you. Because I see that most of the leaders, they just sit there and now you use this and do this, and somebody will be there doing on someone else. So it depicts a very bad example. But you should be the one, even though you are tired, even though you had a very long journey, you should be the one doing on that person, training them step by step, because talking, people forget. But when they see, they remember. Yes. So this is very important. So in all of my meetings, especially when I go for different state meetings, I travel very often. Like that's why they say I'm like a jet fighter, One day I'm here, next day I'm posting of another meeting in another state, and my friends are like, what? I thought you were there, and where are you now? Like, I'm like, they're really amazed. It's all thanks to wellness, definitely. So this is what I do in the meeting. I see that I don't only talk about the products, but I do some good training about the products that we're using on somebody, starting from facial, maybe not the whole thing at one go, but step by step. So I do some small meetings in the service branch offices, sometimes in some of our friends' place where they call in some people, and we are one-to-one interacting and getting to know each other and helping each other to grow more. Now you can see in these slides, you might be wondering why I'm showing all these tempting edible things on the table to you guys. But this is very important because I feel that business, when we talk about business, when you talk about growth, okay, we need to get closer. Like, I cannot be a distant person to my consultant who is also trying to copy me, know me better. So I need to also be a little bit more comfortable with that person and start dealing on a bit personal level. That is one thing. Second point is that whenever we have meetings, like in 1 year's time we have 12 months. In these 12 months, one of the month we pick as Achievers Feast. Like those people, those have achieved in the 1-2 months earlier, we invite all of them and have a good barakhana, okay? Like men, women, everyone. Because I feel I'm so blessed in that sense, because right from the time I got married, we already had hostel and cook and everybody. So I have no tension, even till today, for cooking, no tension, nothing. I go, I have any time I want to have, and that's it. But I feel, because I heard some women saying like this, you work and you do so many things at home, when you go, you still become the cook. Like, you're working at home, you're working outside, and when you go home, again, you're still working. Like the guys say, I want to go home to rest. But women, they say, I have to go home fast because I have so many work at home. Like what? Cooking again for children, for husbands, So I feel like women, and in general, we don't have to be in their situation to understand their situation. We need to understand as a human being, and we need to celebrate their hard work, celebrate their success together. And I think this is very important to impart in our network to all the leaders, those who are working very hard outside and inside home as well. Okay. Coming to another very important thing is focus. Some people they say it's because of luck. Some people they say it's because of hard work. But the thing is that you need to be focused. Like you don't go to school even once, and how can you become a matriculate or maybe a graduate? You have to at least go to the school, then you start going to school, finishing your exams, then you start getting promoted, and that is how you achieve what you have to achieve. So, firstly, when you look at the success plan, you become a consultant, you are confused, you don't know anything. But now that you guys are all SM and above, that is what I believe. Since you're already in SM, keep your focus, like look in the success plan and know where you want to be. Check out where you want to. You may not tell to me, you may not tell your friend, you may not tell Shifali, but in your heart, you just start working in your mind where you want to be in that success plan. Because I feel that there are many people, those who are doing oriflame, they love the money, they see the money, but they don't know how to get the money. That's why when they get their PD, they are like, how come my downline is getting more than me? No, I mean, how come it's like this, you know? I thought I'll get this, that's why I pushed her. But now she achieved this level and I'm getting less. Oh my God, I mean, like, this is so frustrating. That is because they don't understand the calculation and success plan.
Yeah, बहुत important है.
Another thing that I've learned by being in Oriflame is that if I had been serving elsewhere or doing some other job, the amount of money and the enjoyment and the trips and the car and the cash awards that I got from Oriflame, I would have never ever got in my 50 years maybe, because I've counted and I've come to realize that I've earned more than 29 lakhs and 70,000 only from cash award from Oriflame, besides my monthly PD and all the other things that has come. So now I can come to a position and can really proudly say that, you know, we are crossing more than 50 lakhs in a year's time, the little amount that we get, I mean the good amount that we get from Oriflame. And I don't think I could have achieved that doing some other job, you know. So I'm really excited about this, and I do tell people to make them understand. But the thing is that, just like our slogan says, it starts with you. It started with me, somewhere in Dimapur, and all my team, they are doing really super good, and we are all driving together. Just like that, it has to start from you. It has to start from yourself. Then only you'll be able to be a good example and at the same time teach the people, because you have already walked that way to be able to show to them.
So,
you can see in the slide here, my son, my daughter, and my husband also, and my mom, my dad, and my sister. So I just want to say something here, very, very important. When I started Oriflame in 2008, I was really excited for the products because it's natural and I loved myself so much, so I just wanted to be natural. Any product that I use, you know, to make me look better, that is the reason I started. But after I started getting to know the benefits of Oriflame, I started forcing my sisters and my brother, and two of my younger sisters are also directors now. They're married with children, and their husbands are super excited because they get income staying at home, okay? And even my brother, for that matter, is qualifying as senior manager in Oriflame. So why I'm saying this is because something that you know, you can always force. Like supposing you're doing a job, you don't know whether you're going to get pension or not, whether this can be given to your children or not. But in Oriflame, you know that it can be given to your children. You are seeing people in the international conferences that the children are the ones handling the business taken over from their parents. And this is super exciting, because in nowhere we will ever get this opportunity, because you're making not only your life by enjoying traveling, but at the same time, you are making room, you are making way for your children. Those are also going to also get the benefit. That's why earlier when we had this meeting in the morning, I was telling them, I always make my children understand. They are just 5 and 3 years old, very young, okay? So I make them understand that Mama is doing all these things for your good, for the good life, you know, that is what I make them understand. And they are young, but they understand, you know, even though they are young, they see, and and they feel and they understand, and they never stop me. They never pull my dresses, okay? They never cry when I go. They are like, they're super understanding, okay, and hyper as well.
Oh, you're lucky.
Yeah, my kids are like that. That's why I get all the energy to work. So we need to make our life partners understand. We need to make our children understand in that way. That way you will get more liberty, more space to work. Just don't tell them, they are too young, they will not understand. Never do that. Otherwise, they become nagging and they will eat your spaces and try to exert their presence and importance in your life. Another thing is that out here, as you can see, my husband's father is a retired PIG, and my father also was in service in FCI. So we have grown up in a family where there are too many transfers, central jobs as it is, and even state job. So we decided from before, that we will not do government job. That was there. We decided we will not do government job because we wanted to be together, and then at the same time we thought that we will just have chili for curry, whatever, but we will be together because that is what it's all about. So God has been really, merciful to us, and we were doing job, but again we chose to be in oriflame, and we are together here. And one thing that I want to tell all the married couples is that there is no work like oriflame, where even maybe the man or maybe the woman is working, but you are given the same importance. Your names are on the plate of the the room that you're going to be, and then in the chair that you're going to sit, on the table that you're going to stay. Equal importance, and no one feels neglected. Equal importance is given. That is number one. Number two is that both of us are always welcome and treated together, which doesn't happen in any other job. It's like if the husband is a high official, or maybe the wife, only the wife will go, in the meeting conference hall. The husband cannot say anything. Or maybe if the husband is there, the wife cannot say anything. So, I mean, like that excitement is not there. But in Oriflame, it's always together, on the stage together, traveling together, sitting together, and for the past now 7-8 years, every year is honeymoon for us. So it brings that togetherness, it brings that understanding, and whenever we are together, we are our mind is focused into togetherness, how to grow. We discuss something positive, like that. So it's very much needed in our life to have changes of places, to have changes of mind, and being together is very, very important. So likewise, this is something that you need to make your partners understand as well, so that they also support you and work together as one. I'd like to end today's short sharing by saying like this. We achieved this title not because we started today, and not because we started yesterday, but we started it some years back and working on it, polishing ourselves, training the leaders, and also at the same time creating new leaders. We had our ups and downs also, because this is business and this is expected. That's why we say it's business. That's why we say our income is not limited, but it's unlimited. The more time you give, the more money you will earn in that way. So basically, I would like to end with this one small, but very important. The day you plant the seed is not the day you eat the fruit. This is so practical. So in business, today you're working, and the result you will not get overnight. It may take time, but your effort, your hard work is really going to give you that sweet fruit that you're waiting for. So all the best to all of you, and thank you for listening.